speak at the Reese restaurant parties. I'm a little bit weary, so bear with me. I've said if I go back to the days when the Dead Sea was only sick. And my first guest ever on TV was Moses. When Moses had a headache, I said, take 2 tablets. So, we'll try a couple of riddles. I got a few things on to. What do they call an abortion in Czechoslovakia? Cancel check. What do they call a gay milkman? A Dairy Queen. Let's see now. How do you say Borzier in German? Stoppen from floppen? One more. How do you say diaper in Japanese? Sakapupu. I don't do joke. I don't do comedy. I just want to tell you how thrilled I am. But I was talking with somebody today about the change in TV. You know, in the old days you had to be so cautious. Once when you could advertise cigarettes, I happened to say, I said 9 out of 10 doctors who tried Camels went back to women. I was taken off the air for 2 weeks. Once when my sponsor was A&P, I said A&P's merging with Stop and Shop, and called Stop and P. Again, I was taken over. So today, but I'll tell you one thing, one little story I told once. I love this. You might have heard it on my radio, but I'll tell it once anyhow. I was the first one to introduce business talk on TV. You know, I was on for 43 years. I interviewed 5 U.S. presidents. I had Ronald Reagan 5 times. I had Charlie Chaplin. I had Bing Crosby. I had Frank Sinatra twice. I had John Wayne, Cary Grant. I think I had everybody except Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo just wouldn't come out, but she was a dear friend. So anyhow, I introduced business news when there was no such thing. And one of my guests once told me a great story, which I'll tell you now. You know the name Carl Icahn, the takeover king, the corporate raider? When he owned TWA, he had one very important client. And he says to the crew on the plane, this lady, Miss Goldberg, is very important with me. She subsidizes many of my activities. You got to treat her very nice, very kindly, very gently, be very special. So she gets on the plane with her dog, with her pet dog. They put the dog in steerage in the cage. They get to Israel, and guess what? The dog is dead. So, oh my God, they run into the captain, in the cockpit, captain, terrible, this Miss Goldberg's dog, dead. He said, oh, we're all going to get fired. So, but I got an idea. Nobody's going to get fired. Maybe about 10 minutes into Tel Aviv, into Jerusalem, is a veterinarian. Take the dog. Maybe you can switch the dogs. Maybe, if we get lucky. So they said, we'll try it. So they keep Miss Goldberg occupied with happy talk. They were able to match the dog exactly. They come back in the plane, take out the old dog, put it in live, and bring it out to Miss Goldberg. Miss Goldberg says, that is not my dog. I said, of course your dog. She said, no, that's not my dog. She said, no, that's not my dog. My dog is dead. I bring my dog to Israel to bury it. That's not a joke. It's a true story. One of my guests years ago, also funny, was remember Fanny Bryce, Baby Snooks? So there was once a team that was very close with Eddie Cantor, a team called Block and Sully. Her catchphrase was, oh, I'd like to tell that to all the girls, and I forget what they were. So anyhow, so they broke up the act, but they stayed married. But Jesse Block becomes a stockbroker, goes out to the California on business, to the Hillcrest Country Club, sees all his clients around the table, Al Jolson, Eddie Cantor, Georgie Jessel, Rudy Valley, all the big stars. But there was one lady they didn't ever meet, and that was Fanny Bryce. She was 59 years old. She had severe Alzheimer's. She had chronic Alzheimer's. She died at the age of 59, by the way. So he was so excited. He says, Miss Bryce, I'm so excited to meet you here today. She goes, very so. He said, because when I was a young man in vaudeville with my wife, we appeared on the same bill with you at Lowe's Oriental in Chicago. So she goes, Fanny Bryce, He said, we were so thrilled to be with you because we were 2 young kids starting out in vaudeville, and you were a big star, a great star. We were so excited to be on the same bill with you, Miss Bryce. And she goes, and then he says, we were making only $75,000, you were making $7,500. She says, no, $10,000. That's a true story. Anybody ever see Billy Crystal impersonate me on Saturday Night Live? Yeah. Did me for 4 years. First time I saw Billy Crystal has to do with me, I said, one of us is lousy. Listen, I just want to say, got a lot that I want to say, but I'll say it next time. It's just been a thrill to be here tonight, to be with you, to be with Bob Greenberg. You're a great audience, and I think Al Jolson said it one time on New Year's Eve. He says, "Here's to our wives and sweethearts. May they never meet." Thank you so much. Bob Greenberg.
Joe Franklin, living legend.